car just shakes. You can absolutely feel that it's made out of plastic. Not the first, but one of the first things that you can notice is the door. Can you imagine that?
Kill it.
Yeah, I've told you. It kind of goes backwards. Hey there, I'm Emgris, I'm in Georgia, and this is not a very typical video for me. This is the video review about the car. And not about this car, not about the cars that you see behind me, but about this car. First of all, that's not exactly a car. Yep, that's plastic. It's not a car. It's actually, it looks like a car. It drives like a car. It's electronic, it's automatic. And it's a car that in Europe, a kid of 14 years old can drive without driving license. Can you imagine that? This is a really tiny one. This is called Citroёn Ami. You can call it Ami. But it's Ami because it's the French car. And there is the exact copy of that made by Opel or Vauxhall, whatever you call it. It's made by Vauxhall and it is just of different color. That's the only difference. Have you any idea about how much it weighs? Do you have any idea, Michael? Any guesses? 500 kilograms? It's less than 400 kilograms. And it's really tiny. So you can see how not high that is. And it's about 1 meter and almost 2 meters, something like that. Let's have a look around it. The first thing that you can notice is the door. Not the first, but one of the first things that you can notice is the door. So just look at this door, remember how it looks like, and look at another door. It is almost the same. It's actually the same. Its faces like the different directions. So this one opens like this, and the driver's one opens like they say, the suicide opening of the doors. And the back and the side of this car is also absolutely the same. So you can switch that. If you have, like one blogger said that if you and your friend have the same car and you have the problem with one part of this car, you can switch it with your friend if he has just any extra part of this car. Does it have a bonnet and a hood? What do you think? The right answer is that it doesn't have any. And if you want to do something with the engine, there are just some screws that you need to unscrew, and then you get an access to that. The way how you can actually make the air go inside this car, you can't just open the window like you usually do in a normal car. You have this part of the window that just flips up, and the same thing happens from another side. And it's not automatic, you do it by your hand, so that's not very convenient if you want to open the other side. But yeah, that's not a car, that's more like a moped or four-wheel moped, something like this. And I'm pretty excited to drive on it and do some experiments, let's say. I've booked this car and we have 5 minutes to check everything, and then we'll go on the ride. I believe it's open. Yeah. Let's hear the sound, because I've heard that it is opened like Hellenwagen. I don't know whether you can hear that or not, but it's epic. So I have my bag, and there is no hood or bonnet, and there is not enough space for people with their bags, but we have this space. And yeah, that's the space for the bag. You wonder how you can close the door if we have no handles? It's completely made out of plastic, but we have a lot of windows. You can see everything, like 360 degrees view, and even have like the panoramic window. We have just the plastic and a little bit of fake leather. The seats, they don't move anywhere. You can't move it forward or backwards. You can't bend the back of the seat. You have just the tiny mirror, or not the mirror, the tiny screen. This is the screen where you have the information about the speed and about how many kilometers you can run with that. So this object is actually the multimedia thing. How it works, you will ask me. We have USB. We plug our phone in that. The wire goes like here. There is a hole and you put your phone over here. And if you have an app for this car, you will connect your phone with this app, and it will show you some information about the car, but not a lot. Okay, that's the magnetic key. That's interesting. So the key is wired because it's the car sharing car. Will it start without me pushing anything? Yeah, that's it. I was searching for some sound because I'm not used to electronic cars. The steering wheel is just so freaking hard to manage. That's quite an experience, but I really like how you can see literally everything in this car because it's literally made out of glass, and the windows are actually just closing themselves. We're driving 27 kilometers. Yeah, I've told you. We're not in a car, we have a taxi in front of us that is picking up somebody, and we don't have the front or like the mirror that is not on the back of the car, or that is just over here in the middle of the car. And I'm so used to this thing, and I can't see what's happening behind me. But I believe people are afraid of me as much as I am afraid of them. And yeah, mopeds are much faster than we are. If I take my leg off the brake pedal, it kind of goes backwards. Like we're on the hill and we're just sliding down. You can absolutely feel that it's made out of plastic. When the passenger moves on his seat, the car just shakes. You can see that it's made out of metal as well. We just have some railings. So it's made the way that you have the metal parts. You make them like part them together, then put plastic around it, and you can imagine how safe that is. Sometimes it can go almost 50, but probably when you're going down the hill. At the same time, it's the worst car for this area and the best car for this area. The best cars because there are a lot of cars in Tbilisi and it's really difficult to find a parking spot. But with this car, it's not a problem. If we're talking about the landscape and with lots of hills and mountains, I don't think this car can go up a proper hill, but we'll try to do that. And by the way, we're going with this speed with 16, 17 kilometers per hour, that I don't actually have to look around because at this speed I can react to any kind of situation. I have plenty of time. And by the way, you can look around Tbilisi. We have found the perfect place to try this, that no one goes up this hill. And the cars that are at the bottom of this hill, they're just handling the shops and giving some products there, like receiving, delivering, etc. And here is the hill, and I wonder whether we will be able to drive up this hill. So this was our experiment to climb up the hill. What I think about that? First of all, I can't move because my leg is on the brake, and if I let it go, happens the following. And I've just let it go for a little. I will fucking get bump into something if I almost put my leg out of this pedal. Moreover, I've done while climbing up this hill, I've done the thing that no one should ever do, must not ever do. I actually use my 2 feet to manage this car, because usually you have the right leg that you use for acceleration and brake. But in this case, when I was letting go of the brake, the car was just going its way, in this way down.
It was like launch control.
Yes. So we don't have an opportunity here to take a U-turn. That's why I will just slowly go down. So what is happening right now is this: we're searching for a nice spot to deal with the ending of this video. And it's pretty hectic because the traffic in Tbilisi is hectic, and I have no idea what this car can do or cannot do. Oh, so now you can see this interesting building, but I can't tell you what architecture that is, but I like this thing. So we decided to close the windows because it is getting pretty loud, noisy. But you need to be really strong to do that, and you can actually hurt your hand. So people are just looking at us, laughing, waving at us, and it's a positive car, I can say. And we want to film some of the reactions, but not sure whether we will be able to do that. We are driving at the maximum speed of 45 kilometers per hour, and we are entering our favorite tunnel. I'm facing the floor, and it's just 45 kilometers. And we lost 7 kilometers of oh, it's not that bad.
Speak louder, please.
It's not that bad. It goes just 45 kilometers per hour. Not it. When it was several meters ago, I was going down the hill, and it showed me 46 kilometers per hour. So here are the final thoughts about this car. I was pretty nervous to drive this thing because, first of all, because I'm not used to driving in a new car for me, and filming at the same time. But also, I don't know the dimensions of this car. I don't know how it drives. It goes down when you take, I've already told you that it goes down when you're on the hill. And I'm pretty overwhelmed. But it's so much fun. It was not that expensive. We were driving for about 1 hour and 7 minutes, and it cost us about 41 lari. That is about 1,200 rubles, and I will put the dollars down here. And as for the price of this car, it costs around 3,000 euros to buy this kind of a car. So it's not that expensive for just some vehicle of fun. So any questions? Leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification button, and see ya!